So some of the members like to sit back and just have a bit of a casual chat after this finishes. Take advantage of the Zoom meeting. Okay, where is presentation? Share screen. Okay. Okay, can everyone see that? Hang on.
Yes.
Hang on, is it showing the right screen? It looks like it's showing the wrong screen.
It looks right to me.
It's the presentation? Okay, cool.
Yes.
It's your presenter view, Shane.
It is my
Just let
presenter
you
view. Okay, I'll stop the
Yes,
share.
your presenter view.
I thought it might have been that because I had a big box around the window for some reason. Try that again. Oh, that's why there's like a couple of different views here. Press the wrong one. Okay, that should be the right one.
Now you're good.
Thank you very much. Okay. So yeah, this is Google NotebookLM. Really neat tool. Where's my notes? I have far too many buttons on the bottom of my computer screen. Okay, so transforming AI research through what's called source-grounded intelligence. I mean, I'll go into that later, but pretty much all it means is you give it the data you want it to source, is what that means. It doesn't take it, it doesn't go searching for it, it doesn't use its own knowledge, it just uses what you give it. So everyone, today we're diving into what's said to be the most significant development in AI-powered research tools, and it's because of what I just said, because it helps eliminate hallucinations. By the end of this session, you'll understand not just NotebookLM, but why it represents a paradigm shift in what we, who's that? We've got an echo. I'll just mute everyone who's got their microphone on. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's go to the next slide. So I'll start with a question. Have you ever used ChatGPT or Claude or any of those things to do research, only to discover that the AI has fabricated a source or misrepresented some information? I think most of you know that's called a hallucination. I don't know if anyone doesn't know that yet. And hallucinations have been pretty much the Achilles heel of generative AI being adopted into professional and especially academic settings, because it does that. So that's really bad. Well, this is Google's answer to hallucinations. So NotebookLM, I keep shortening it, started in 2023. So it's not that old a project. And it started as a thing called Tailwind, Project Tailwind, an experimental initiative by Google Labs. And it was research software is what it was being made for. But the name itself, the LM, which stands for language model, which I don't know if anyone's noticed, is like large language model, but without the large, because you're feeding it the data, which at the end of the day is not that large compared to the billions and billions that goes into a LLM. So in July 2023, so only a few months later, it was rebranded NotebookLM, and it was a limited rollout in the US. I think this shows the dates on there. No point me going through them. Do rapid growth, yep. So I can't see my own notes because it's covering the screen. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yep, cool. Okay. What makes NotebookLM fundamentally different? The key innovation is something what Google calls source grounding, which I talked to in the beginning. Unlike ChatGPT, I don't know why I can't say that. Even Google's own Gemini app, which generates responses from a vast pre-trained knowledge base. NotebookLM operates exclusively within the boundaries of the documents you provide. Think of it as creating your personal AI expert that knows only what you've taught it. Okay, oh, there we go. So under the hood, NotebookLM is powered by Gemini, specifically optimized for speed and efficiency. The platform can handle enormous context window, around 4 million words, or roughly 25 million words per notebook in the free tier. Now that number on my notes is a bit weird because I'm sure the other note says 500,000. So I'll have to look into that, why these notes say something different. And my VAs have just hopped online and they're asking me what to do. Lovely timing, guys. It uses intelligent retrieval to find relevant passages and provides inline citations for every claim. You can click any citation, it'll take you to your document and show you the source that they got the data from. This prevents hallucinations. Now, some people use AI to get the information. So you just got to be careful that you check the source information hasn't got hallucinations in it. Because if it's got hallucinations in it, then you won't be hallucination free because it'll grab those hallucinations and think they're real. It's multimodal, sorry, can't say words again. It takes PDFs, it takes Google Docs. Google Docs is my favorite. I'll explain why in a sec. It takes slide presentations, websites, YouTube videos directly, and it transcribes them automatically within the app. I haven't been able to get it to transcribe it for me, but it transcribes it for itself. Audio files, according to my notes, is up to 10 meg, but I think that's changed. And even handwritten notes. I took a photo and put it in there, and well, I think it extracted the text properly. I didn't get it to tell me word for word what I'd written, so I don't know how accurate it was totally. But each source can be up to, oh, here it is. Here's the proper figures that I knew. 500,000 words each source, and you're allowed 50 sources for the free tier and 300 sources for the paid version. So you can put a lot of data in there and have it be an expert of that data. So the current features and capabilities, am I on the right slide? Yeah. Sources panel, which manages your documents. You got a chat panel. We'll go over this when I actually go into the app itself. I'll show you in the app. We're not just going to do theory here. And the studio panel, which shows you all the stuff it makes from it. It doesn't just do documents. It doesn't just answer questions. So it's pretty cool like that. And studio panel is the creative powerhouse of NotebookLM. And again, I'll go over that once we actually go into the app. Oops. Now, most of you have probably seen the audio podcast because Brian shows this in the summit. And I think this is the main thing he shows about NotebookLM is in the summit. And I thought this is all it did until I explored this. I thought that was the only cool thing it did. And the other things it does is way better than this podcast, to be honest. So yeah. So it does like a talk show. It does like a it does like an interview with two people, but I'll show you when I go through the app. I won't try to remember what they are without looking at the app. It does things like flashcards, mind maps. The mind map I found really useful when I put a really large database in it. You can really see how all the different things connect to each other. There's collaboration features, much like Google Google Drive, how you can share documents. You can also share notebook databases. Or I keep forgetting what the official term for them are. This right. I thought it'd be funny to go through all the things it can do, but we're going to show you. I'm going to show you what those are. So I'll just skip these slides. This is a bit of an analysis, so you can compare to the other things that are out there. So yeah, NotebookLM for these particular things, the source grounding, the media output, and the ecosystem integration, it is the best for those things. There's lots of things that other AIs are better at. And this is just 0 hallucinations. Now, like I said before, be really careful with that. If you put in the wrong data, it will spit out the wrong data. So it's quality of data is only the quality that you put into it. That's really important to remember. People seem like I've talked to some people and they think that it gets rid of the hallucinations if you put any in it. And it's like, no. If you put a hallucination in it, it will spit out hallucinations. So as long as you put really good data in there, you will get really good answers. And this is just some features and so forth. So I'm just skipping over this because I just realized I did a full presentation and then decided to do actually showing me using it. That's the technical stuff. Okay, source grounding is where you get the trustworthy AI. Multimodal is where it's absolutely awesome, where it can go through all these different things and get data from them. And the ecosystem, I believe they're talking about, I'll go to my actual notes. So I'm skipping over a few things to make this so I can get to the actual showing you the thing working. Deep integration with Google Workspace. That's what they're talking about there. So you can go into Google Docs, you can go into Google Sheets, you can go into pretty much anything that Workspace does. There's most of the things, not anything, most of the things that you can get hold of. Oh, that's the presentation. Okay, cool. Shut that. I'll just now I asked for questions here, but then maybe we'll ask the questions after I've started showing the software in practice. I'll just have to unshare so I can share the window that has it. Now, where did I have it open? Oh, Notebook has an app as well. I don't know if anyone's aware of that, at least for PC. I'm assuming Apple will have it as well. So I'm using the app. We'll just, there we go. So this is what the app looks like. Just move these so I can see the screen. I've only got 2 screens and I technically need 3 to do this. Okay, so the top ones are ones that people they've created these data storages or notebooks. That's what they call it. They call it notebooks, which I find hard to call it that because it's got so much information in there. They call it notebooks. So these are all notebooks that other people have made up the top. And they share it for everyone to use it. So you could go in here and go Shakespeare complete plays. And then you can start asking it questions about Shakespeare. So sorry, I was just reading the notes. I just realized I flashed through that without looking to see if anyone had questions. Mask your sources. That's interesting. Lisa, could you hop on so you can tell me more about what you mean there? Lisa?
Hey, Shane.
Oh, there you are.
I don't remember where I heard it, but someone was saying that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
I think my computer keeps going in and out.
Oh, okay. I can hear you at the moment, so it's all good.
Yeah, I do. I think my computer keeps going in and out.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe in the chat you can answer it if you're having
I
problems.
don't know if you can hear me now.
Yeah, I don't know if your audio seems to be going in and out like you're saying. Maybe in the chat if you
Can you
could
hear me?
explain it there. Yeah, cool. And yes, Olivia, garbage in, garbage out. So it pretty much. So if we'll go to one of my databases because I'm a little bit more. Okay, how do I get out of this now? I've never gone into someone else's. Yeah, okay. So I made one about Google Ads. I did not pick the picture, just saying, the little robot face, it picked on its own. This database has got a little bit over the top because I keep adding things to it, which I think might defeat the purpose. This is something I'm curious about as well. I don't know where. Oh, privacy with the information. Yeah, I read somewhere about the privacy as well. I'd have to look into that. I'll look into it and then post in the feed in the student in the study session area of the circle. So I remember it saying something about either it's better, it doesn't use your data to train. I remember that much, but I don't know how private your information is because a lot of LLMs, your data is not overly protected. A lot of them train on your data, so things you've said could end up in someone else's document. You can turn some of them off. I think Claude, if anyone's got Claude, I read somewhere that they're about to turn off the ability to pick. So whatever you pick, it'll stay on, but once it's past that date, you won't be able to change it. I don't know if that's true or not, but it might have just been fear mongering. But I've gone in and checked that I don't want it shared. Anyway,
I'm not sure. What did you mean by that? Can you explain?
your data being shared.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, but when you're talking to an LLM, some of them will use the data you put in to train the AI itself. So that data that you've put in will be used and trained. So that information could end up in someone else's in theory.
You said something about pick, so that's why I was curious.
Oh,
Shane,
there are options in the settings. You can turn on and off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
meant.
sorry.
No, that's okay.
Is
That's
that
okay.
is that in Claude, Shane? Like, did you say you can turn it off in Claude? Or
Yeah,
in
well,
L-
I went into it and found the settings, but I don't know if this is just someone trying to make people all scared and think that the data is going to be shared, because the option hasn't gone away yet. So I don't know. I don't know if that was a real thing. I went and changed it regardless because I don't want my data shared regardless. Not shared, used to train the AI, which is sort of like sharing, sort of not. It depends how you look at it. Anyway, so this doesn't look like much. I mean, over to the left is all the data I've put into it. It was supposed to just be about ads, and I keep adding stuff that I want it to do in relation to ads. And I think it's gotten a little bit over the top. So far, it's making sense of everything I'm doing. So far, it's connecting the dots. The danger with my data is, yes, Shireen?
Sorry, I was just typing it. Can you show us how you added to that?
Oh,
How you
yeah.
actually had it added to the LM?
Yeah. So if you go into this area here where you've got the notebook itself, there's this button up the top here where it says add. And it will let you add a Google Drive document, a website, a YouTube video. You can put text in here directly, or you can upload a file.
That's
So it's pretty
awesome.
versatile. It's pretty versatile. And the files it will take is a PDF, a text file, a markdown file, I don't know, and audio files. For some reason, it doesn't take video files yet, except for YouTube videos.
Great.
But,
So this is more of a storage then,
well,
storage for the things that I find.
it's storage for what you find, but the beauty of it is you can ask it questions about what you've found. Like I've heard of a
Got
use
it.
case for this is someone uses it to put all their prompts in it. And then they ask questions down here is, what is that prompt I have that does this? And it will go through the database and find that prompt for you. So that's a cool way to
Nice.
use it. Not how I'm using it, but that's a cool way to use it, in my opinion. So
We
you
also have
can,
a prompt, sorry, in the GPT that we use, we also have the ability to save our prompts in AI for Business.
oh no, I don't mean like save it. I mean, if you've got thousands of prompts, if you're looking for one
Uh-huh.
particular prompt, this will find it for you.
Ah, got it. Okay, thank you, Shane.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Ed, I saw you put your hand up because I guess you couldn't find the button. Ed, you still got a question? No? Okay. We'll go to, what's the order this is in? I think, Bev, were you first?
I don't know if I was first, but I raised my hand. I wanted to say thanks for that idea of putting in the prompts. I hadn't thought of that, but I want to share how I'm using it. I think it might be helpful as an example of a use case.
Oh, okay.
I had about 100 files of stuff every time I started writing the same book, and then I'd start over. And there was no logic to how I'd labeled them. This one was labeled April, and this one was labeled Beach. Like there was just no thing. And thank God for NotebookLM, because what I've been able to do is load all the writing I've done on my book and then say, where did the author, which is me, obviously, write about this topic? And it'll say in this file and that folder and this one.
Yeah.
So it's magic. It is saving my bacon because my only choices were to go through all that stuff that I'd written or start over again. And so it's really, really helping. And then it'll even say things like, here's a theme that the writer wrote about such and such that I was like, oh, I didn't know I even did that. So it's awesome. I'm
That's
loving
awesome.
Notebook.
That's awesome. Well, I never thought of it as a way of databasing stuff that you've done and then referencing it. It was only when I heard someone did that with prompts, I'm like, oh, wow, that's a really cool way to use it. Because I use it
Right.
to do research. Michelle.
Yeah, so let me get the understanding. So notebook is it works off of whatever you put into it.
Yes.
And then it builds its knowledge with that.
Yes, correct.
Right. Okay, so now will you be able to categorize it like just like what Bev, what you utilize it for, and it pulls out the information. So are you able to categorize it so that it can pull it out quicker?
Yeah, I can make a note of what it did pull out. So I tend to come to it with my category, like I might say, my chapter 1 is about this, and
Right.
say, go through all of these folders, including YouTube interviews that I've given on the subject, and find all the places I talked about this. And it brings it, and then I can put that all in a note. So then I've got one place with all of that jazz in it. It's a miracle.
Okay.
I can't imagine another way
Really
to
cool.
do it.
what it can do. And if you imagine it, if you can come up with even more things that it can do.
This is just crazy. I'm just getting into this AI and it's like, wow.
It's beyond.
Yeah, LM surprised me with what it can do. NotebookLM, I should say. I keep calling it LM. I'm lazy.
Thank you.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Olivia, I'll just show this. Someone's asking about showing how you add stuff. So it's just that adding button up the top there. And then see, I've got stuff about ads. So what could I ask it? Where does the author? It's just going to assume that I wrote everything. Talk about Google ad budgets. And it's going through the 37 documents I've got. Not all of them are about ads. I've put some other stuff in there. It's probably actually, this is probably a bad question because it will talk about that in lots of places. So the only problem with my database is I've actually used AI research to come up with a lot of the data. So I need to go through it and check there is no hallucinations, or else I'm going to see it's telling you everywhere that it's done it. And see the little numbers that takes you back to the document. Yeah, that was a bad question. Yeah, there's a lot of places that it would talk about it. Oh, photos, Tom. I don't know if photos works in here. You'd have to try that. I haven't tried photos, to be honest. Because if you did it by file names, then you can sort it yourself. You don't need something like this. It does PDFs. It doesn't do actual images. Let's see, go back into add. Google Drive, website, YouTube, copy text, audio, markdown, text, and PDF. Yeah, it doesn't do images. Sorry to say. Olivia, sorry, I got sidetracked.
That's okay. If you mentioned having are each of these things called notebooks, like at the level of
called notebooks.
Google Ads? Is that considered, okay. So if you have one notebook that's full of prompts and then you're in another notebook and you want to access one of those prompts, do you have to move to a different notebook and move it over, or how does that work?
You've got to go to the other notebook because each notebook, as they call it, because I'm really having troubles calling them notebooks, because in my head a notebook is a notebook. They're self-contained. So
Okay.
whatever information is in the one you're asking about, you can't get information from another one.
And so if I want to use one prompt for many different things, I just have to have it in every where I want it, use it.
Well, you wouldn't really use prompts in here because it's not a proper AI. It's not a proper LLM. You would take that prompt to the LLM you're using. So you'd have all your prompts in one notebook and you use NotebookLM to look for the prompts and find the prompts.
So it's really more of a storage organizing. Could it take your content and write something like a
Yes,
chapter?
I've written whole reports. I've written reports about the data I've got.
But you don't, if you want it to be a certain style, wouldn't that be like a prompt?
Yeah, it uses Gemini still. It just doesn't use its knowledge base.
Okay, and so
it still does prompts like normal. It's limited to what you've fed it, so it won't get information from anywhere else.
So then my original question, I think I've got it, is that if I have a prompt that I like to use, let's say I have 4 of these notebook folders that I keep a lot of documents, different topics. If I like to use the same prompt for all of them around, say, how I want it written, I would have to have that prompt in each one of those places to be able to get to it, or can I be outside and bring it in and then go to another notebook and start?
Yeah, you can just be outside, and you just copy and paste the prompt in.
Okay, all right, that's helpful. Thank you.
I hope that helps. I think I understood the question.
Yeah, and once I start using it more, I'll probably answer it myself. So thank you.
Can I butt in there, Shane?
Oh, sure.
Sorry to be a pain, but you can, Michelle, because what you do when you ask your question is you say, I want you to look in this, and this notebook
Are you
for this
serious?
question. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how it has saved me with the book. Yeah, so you could ask one question of a different bunch of notebooks, and that's the magic of it. It can go across those, and so yeah.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry.
No, thank you for interrupting. That was great. Well,
So
I've never
let me
used
jump
that.
in. I'm sorry, Shane.
That's okay, Michelle.
So I just want to make sure. So Bev, what you're saying is that everything that I put into the notebook, I can go back and ask the notebook to pull, irregardless of where it's at, as long as it's in the notebook, I can go back and I can ask the notebook to pull all this data from everything that I already inputted into there.
Yeah.
Just pull this specific thing out of all the information that I put in it, and it'll pull it out.
It'll pull it out. So if you've got a stack of books,
Right.
and like when you name your notebook, you're naming it, an umbrella term for what is in there. But it's like you're
Right.
saying, please look in all of these books and pull out every recipe that uses eggs, and it'll do it.
Okay,
For want of a
gotcha.
better
I had no
example.
idea it did that. That is so cool. I might
Yeah.
split my
All right,
databases
thank
up
you.
now. My notebook, sorry. Gotta stop pulling databases.
And I think the real benefit is that it's not on the internet. Like, so for me, writing my own book, I know it's only finding what I wrote. Because if something comes up and I think, oh, that's clever, I'm not thinking, now, how am I going to find who wrote it? How do I attribute it? It's only my stuff. And I think that's the benefit of it too,
Yeah.
that it's not trolling the internet in this case.
That was a question I wanted to ask, but thank you for answering it before I even
You're
asked.
welcome.
Because I wrote it down, like, what about, how secure is it with my stuff? Is my stuff out there, or is it
Nope.
just mine?
It's just yours. That's what I
Yeah.
love about it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I believe it's got decent security in the fact that it doesn't share your stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Regina, do you mean like as in into the chat? I think it lets you put documents in there. If not, we can share it onto the chat in the study session area of Circle. If it doesn't let you share it in here. I'm not overly familiar with Zoom, so yeah. But that would be an awesome document to share. Yes, thank you. So yeah, the beauty of this is like this massive database I've got. Well, it's not massive. You're allowed 300 sources, but mind map I found very handy. It takes a while to make one, so I will grab one I've already made. And pretty much what it does is it's got the ad. Hang on, let's put that there. It splits it up into all the chapters that it's figured out. Oh, excuse me. And then you can look into each one and see how what topics that goes down to, and you can just keep drilling until you run out of places to go, which this one has now. For this particular notebook, I found this very useful. I didn't find it very useful for other notebooks I've used, but for this topic, to be able to drill down into what relates to what, which is Google Ads, GTMs, yeah, I said it right the first time. Funnels, I've started putting data about funnels in there. I've started putting data about lead magnets and how they work with Google Ads and all that sort of stuff, trying to get a sort of overall picture. And this was great. Now, the thing that it does, the thing that I like about it, oops, how do I get it back to, keep getting stuck on my own navigation. Yeah. See how it says here that it was done on 26 sources? I got to pick the sources that it makes the document from. So it didn't make them from all of them. You can pick which ones you want it to make that from. So even though I've got 37, I think, sources in here, I just ticked the ones that were relevant so that it didn't get other stuff that wasn't relevant and put it in there to my particular question. So like I had a question about performance max. So I only got it to, I sourced it to just the 26 documents that were about ads and not the other 11 that were about things like funnels and stuff like that. And that made a presentation to explain it to you in just simple terms. Now, I don't think I put my sound on, so I don't think you'll be able to hear this. I always forget how to turn the sound on when you share it.
At the beginning, Shane, when you can stop the share and start it again, there are two buttons or two selections, and one that says optimize share, optimize sound, video sound, and the other that says share video sound. That's
Awesome.
where you.
Thanks. So I'll stop it now and
You're
then I'll go back in just to check it actually. Oh, yeah, I see it. Share sound. Yep. Share sound. I can't pronounce words today. Who am I kidding? I can't pronounce words any day. Okay, cool. So it made this.
Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are diving into one of the most powerful and, let's be real, one of the most frustrating tools in the Google Ads arsenal, Performance Max. You know the feeling, right? You're feeding money into this thing, hoping for magic, but you have no idea what's actually happening inside. Well, today, we're going to pry open that black box and take a good look.
Okay, I don't need to go through the whole thing. So pretty much, oh, where'd everyone go? I've lost everyone. Okay, that's weird.
We're here. We see you and everything.
I know you're still here, but yeah, I can't see you for some reason. That's really odd. There must be something I've got to press to bring you back.
Gallery view. If you go up to view and choose side-by-side gallery.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm on a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, really bad, sad day, man. I'm telling you. This thing with the dog is fucking hitting me. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, I read a lot
Marie,
about.
you're unmuted.
Oh,
Yeah, I muted you.
I'm so sorry. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Okay, well, I can't see people now. I'll just have to look over here. Olivia, I see that you've got your hand up still from the list. So I can still see that at least.
Yeah. So if I have something I've created in Claude, let's say a landing page, and I actually have it write the HTML and then I pop it into the CRM tool and if I wanted to add audios in there, would I be able to do that? Like maybe I don't even know where to start. Like would I pull it?
You mean the
HTML
audios
or
that this makes?
Well, yeah, so I'm building a sales page and it's got features about my course. And so I'd love it. It's built using HTML, pops out in a, when I view it and online, and I want to be able to have a few audios made that could be embedded in that. How do you know if I could do that?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Are you talking outside of this with just web development in general, or are you talking the audios that this makes?
I would love to take advantage of the audios that this makes using content that was created in another part of AI, in AI for B.
Yeah. Now, the problem I'm having with this is I've researched this a bit myself, so thank you for bringing this question up. And I can't find a definitive answer about the legalities of using these in your own sites. I don't know if they're copyrighted to Google. I don't know if they're copyrighted to you.
Document. Are you just trying to upload the document, Olivia? Or like you have something that you want to upload that's a voice, right? And I think Shane said the only thing you can use right now is YouTube. So you could make a YouTube video and just reread it, the information, and upload it from there.
Well, so what I have when I have a HTML code that produces a landing page, and I would love the landing page to have some audio about what people might be reading there.
Okay, so this is more of a HTML. Yeah, HTML can write code. So you'd probably use, if you're using Claude to write the code, that would insert an audio file into the page.
Yeah, I'm using
Well,
Claude.
it's called embedding. It would embed the audio file in there. It would have to
Okay.
embed a player because audio doesn't natively play on HTML.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but that's sort of,
I know.
most things are included like that. If you're using pure HTML, I haven't used pure HTML for a long time. I use WordPress, and you just use a plugin and bang, it does it.
Okay. Well, I have a friend that actually has done it with HTML. I was just trying to figure out
Oh
how
yeah,
to
it's
get
possible.
the
It's possible. It's just you
how to
use
get the
code to-
content over to NotebookLM to make the audio.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I just don't know about if you make the audio in NotebookLM, if you're legally allowed to use it on your website. That's what I was worried about. I can't find a yes or no answer. Google says that they don't own it, but ... no explanation.
Even if it's your own content?
Even if it's your own content, well, I guess if it's your own content, it probably won't be an issue. But if you're using research from other places, like I put a video up on YouTube and I'm just waiting for it to be taken down, just to see if, because YouTube will be the first one to take it down if I've made any copyright rules, broken any copyright rules.
I mean,
and I put
it's
all the
just gonna be
sources. I had like 120 sources for that video, and I put them all in the description. So maybe that covers me. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I couldn't get a straight answer from
And I'm not. Oh, okay. I'd just be using my own, my own words.
If you own, I think you'd think you'd be okay. Yeah. But yeah, my databases are full of my notebooks. Gotta stop calling databases. My notebooks are full of data from all sorts of places because I need to know about other things, not things I already know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
So
figure. Thank you.
but I've only done one. I've only done one video just to see what happens, because all the LLMs that I use couldn't give me a straight answer. I tried to read the legal docs, the privacy and all that, and I can't understand those documents. I'm just not that kind of person. So I'm not sure. Nothing could say definitely that if you're using sources other than your own, because yeah, I didn't ask it if you're using your own. It couldn't give me a definitive answer if you can use that elsewhere. Anyway,
Okay.
so we'll just minimize this. The other cool thing it does is the interview that everyone probably knows, the audio interview. There are settings inside that. There's the default, but you can do a longer one, which is about 40 minutes. I found seems to be the average, what I keep getting out of the longer one. Shorter one I haven't tried because I want more information. So I don't know how short the short one is, but the longer one goes for about 40 minutes. And you can pick the topics, like I said, and have it just talk about those topics. So I think I made one that's just about funnels. Yeah, I did. I made one that's just about funnels. So I picked 5 sources out of my 37. I don't know if you guys can see that, just the 5 sources there a day ago. I did a deep dive. So that's the other option you get in here. You can deep dive, you can just get a brief, you can get a critique, and you can get a debate. I did a deep dive. So I really wanted to know more about it. And I wanted something I could listen to while I was doing other things. So this was perfect to make an audio rather than.
Can you tell me, where do you show the 5 you picked?
Oh, yeah. I'll show you that right now. See these little tick boxes?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just pick which ones you want to pick and go from there. I don't think I've made anything with all the sources yet. Yeah, there's nothing there with 37 next to it.
Okay, thanks.
But I've pretty much used all of these. I've used reports, which doesn't have settings, so it's just a case of it gives you some options. And I'll see if it gives you the ability to cancel. Yeah, you can cancel. Cool. And here are some ideas. Then it's loading suggestions. I don't know where you get more because it makes it sound like there's more to be picked from.
Is the output like a Google Doc? Is that what it makes?
The output looks like, is there a report? Where's the report? There's a report. Just like that, which I think you can copy into just a copy and paste, and then you put it where you want to put it. Let's see if there's another button down the bottom. How long is this document? No, there's not, sorry. So it's just a copy and paste by the looks of it. but it copies with formatting, so that's good. So you'll actually be able to paste it into, say, a Word document, and all the tables will come through, all the heading 1s and heading 2s and bold and all that sort of stuff, which can be really handy. I hate some things that don't let you do that.
Formatting? Can you tell it to format a certain way?
It'll just format the way that it's the report. The custom stuff that's in here, like the pre-designed stuff, will just do what it does. But the beauty of this is you can prompt it to do other things. It's not just these buttons. I'm just showing the buttons so far. You can actually prompt it to do very particular things. As just the same as you would with a normal LLM, except the difference is it's only getting data from your knowledge base, your notebook. And now we know you can get it from other notebooks if you reference them.
But if I brought in a series of writings and I said, I just wanted it to format them, it might be able to do that.
It might. I've never tried it, so I can't say for sure. I'll give that a go afterwards, because some of these things take a while and I don't want to sit here having the thing tick over. I won't do the mind map again because that took about 5 minutes to do that one. Although I do have 26 sources when I did that one. So, and they are big sources. Some of these are like 30, 50, 60-page documents. And that's the other thing to remember. You're allowed a total of 500,000 words in your notebook, which is a lot. So, and you're allowed, oh, hang on, is that per source or is that total? I've forgotten now. If anyone's got that handout that I gave out today handy, hang on, I'll see if I've got it handy. It actually tells you in the notes what it is, what the limits are. Right on the last page, if I remember correctly. Second last page. Per source. So 500,000 words per source. In the paid version, you're allowed 300 sources. In the free version, you're allowed 50. Still 500,000 words per source. And you're allowed to do 50 queries a day. You'd have to be a power user to even come close to getting this one, but the paid version, you can do 500 queries a day. The audio files and the video files that it makes, you can do 3 of them on the free version. So the free version is still pretty good. I did not pay for the premium version to get those extra features. I paid for the premium version because I needed more storage in my Gmail. And I just happened to get all these extra cool things by doing that. So,
Shane, I was going to ask that. Do you have Google Suite, like, to show how this kind of all works together?
Oh, yeah. So you mean like when you go to add a Google Doc in the Google Drive?
Yeah, like, I don't have Google Suite, so, like, I don't know and I'm thinking about getting it. Like, I didn't know, and I don't have enough Gmail storage space either. So can you kind of go into a little bit further explanation about the benefits of that?
Oh, yeah. All it was I ran out of space. I needed more space. So I bought I think the plan gave me 1 terabyte. And what I found out afterwards is that terabyte also gave me Notebook Premium. It also gave me Gemini Premium. And there's something else. They're the only 2 things I use. So that's the only ones I can remember. And the extra storage space. Now, the suite itself, a really cool trick I was showing on some training just recently was you can actually put in a Google Doc and it will link to the live doc. Then you can update that doc with more information as you get it. So you could end up with 500,000 words in that document before you hit your limit and just keep adding to that document rather than adding documents. So you, in essence, you could put, is it 50 docs? No, it's, 50 sources that all are Google Docs that all have information of 500,000 words. So you can put a massive amount of data in there if you use a few little tricks. But the thing with that is I haven't done it yet. Updated a Google Doc. So apparently some little button comes up and you got to refresh, or else it will use the old docs information.
Thank you.
Oh, in a video. I'm guessing you can, Shreen. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Because it transcribes internally the video. So it should be able to tell you where it is in the transcription, which I'm guessing it can relate to the video itself. Again, I haven't done it, so I'm not going to say for sure that it can do it. But because it says that it transcribes the video in the background, so that it's data, it's actual words for it to reference, then I can't see why it couldn't do that.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
That's cool. Michelle, it doesn't update itself. If you update it, I believe a button appears next to the source in this page, and you've got to click it to update to the latest version of the Google Doc. Otherwise, it will use the old version of the Google Doc. Does that make sense? Yep, cool. See if I've missed any other questions. Just in case I have, feel free to ask them again, because I'm not watching this as much as I can. Update button appears on the left side where add and discover buttons are. Oh, is that where it appears? Cool. Thanks, Jessica. I thought it appeared next to the document. My bad. I haven't done it yet, so I wasn't totally sure. I saw someone else do it, so I remembered it wrong, obviously. So what else does this do? It does flashcards. I haven't tried that yet. I'm not going to do it now, just in case it takes a long time. You can do quizzes if you're say you've got this knowledge base to teach your staff, because you can share this just like a Google Drive. So if you're teaching them, you could do quizzes as well to check they actually took in what they were taught. Now, all I've talked about here is all the 6 buttons here that does a very specific things. You can ask it questions in here still. Now I'm going to be stuck for asking questions. What other drive have I got? Just out of curiosity. Try to find a smaller, more specific one. We might get better. I might be able to think of questions.
And just for clarification, Shane.
Oh, yeah.
Just for clarification, you were in your Google Ads notebook. So that means I could have a Google ad for recipes, and then I have another one for car parts, right?
Yeah, you can make notepads about anything.
Okay, great. So, and I can have unlimited notebooks.
You can have 100 for the free and 500 for the paid.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Terrific.
So hundreds a lot. Hundreds a lot. The free will
so
do
all my recipes and anything can. Oh, beg your pardon.
No, sorry.
All my recipes and everything can go in one place, and all my car parts can go into another.
Yeah.
Keeping them everything separate. Lovely.
Yeah, it'll make it easy to reference later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've probably gone over top with my Google Ads guide because I've started putting funnel information in there. But like I said, you can tick the boxes. So you can make it, so you can go, okay, I only want a question about Google Ads here. I don't want it to waste its time in funnels. I won't tick the funnel information. But I put the lead gen 5-day challenge in here so I could ask it questions about the lead gen question. So what else did I do here? I did a thing about the flywheel. I did some extra research on top of the transcripts, but this was just to help. This is where you can, this is the beauty of it. I think this is where its real strength is. You can take something you're studying and put it in here and ask questions as if it's the teacher who wrote that book. So with 500,000 word limits, you'll find most PDF books will fit into that limit, and that's per source, not per notebook. So if you've got a PDF that's got less than 500,000 words in it, you can put it in here as a source.
Shane, have you used the analytics like up there in the top right by the share button for anything yet? I have some.
I haven't used it enough, I don't think, because I've only just
Okay.
discovered it in the last week. So I don't know if there'd be much analytics, because hang on, we'll see what it is. If the analytics is just your use of the thing. No analytics yet, because I haven't used it enough.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
it's just.
because I'm guessing the analytics is your use of it.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
But you can
Makes
share
sense.
it, so maybe it gives you the other people's usage of it as well. So it shares the same way as a Google Doc. You can share it privately. You can share it anyone with the link. I should note, they're rolling that out at the moment. So workspace, some of them can do it, some of them can't. Sharing it, that is. But most of the Gmail accounts, for some reason, can share it quite easily. They've rolled out Gmail first for some reason. You'd think they'd roll out the people who are paying, but go figure. Maybe they're trying to test it on the Gmail people to see if it works before they roll it out to the people who are paying. Maybe that's what it is. But yeah, so the 5-day challenge, did anyone? I haven't done it yet. So what's a good question to ask Will Francis? Because he did this. Anyone got something? Okay, well, maybe we can ask.
I did the 5-day challenge. Validate your target market's need in order to create a lead magnet.
Lead, was it?
Greatest need, N-E-E-D.
Greatest need, sorry.
No worries.
And it will only use this information. So it won't go on the net. It won't look in its own database because this is using Gemini. It won't look at its own data. It will only look at the transcripts. And
so Shane, if you didn't attend, what did you do? Did you just put in all the prompts that were given? Is that what you did?
They supply the transcripts of all their videos.
All the transcripts. So you just uploaded all the transcripts.
I just uploaded the transcripts. I did some research on my own about the topic, and I added them in here. I could untick them so it doesn't source them. If I wanted it to just do what Francis taught, then I would untick the rest and only have his transcripts. I've put in my plan in there at the bottom. That's a plan that I've got to get sources, to get leads, just so it brought that information into anything that I did in this thing, if anyone was wondering what that one down the bottom was. But yeah, so what's it said here? The first step is the validation is ensuring the market focus is highly specific. And it's got a formula there, which is from 5 and 6. Hover over that. It'll show you where in the transcript that came from. Same for that one.
Wow.
You hover over that and it'll show you where it came from in the transcript. Now, it's not just transcripts. I don't want anyone to get confused here. It could be anything, a book, your own notes, anything.
How do you do the book? That's the,
If
I've
it's a
had
PDF,
somebody
you
ask
just
that as well.
upload the PDF, whack it in there.
Okay.
You just need it in a PDF form to start with. That's the only problem.
PDF, so it's only PDF.
A lot of books
right.
are not available in PDF form.
Right.
And
Great.
there are places you can get them, but I probably shouldn't be advertising those on an open forum.
Yeah, I know a few. Thank you, Shane. This is really insightful.
Yeah, well, I did a class on this only a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, wow, it does all these things. So yeah, I understand totally. Jessica, would you be willing to share your lead gen class one? Oh, this one. Yeah. I just got to remember how to do that. Share, here it is. So at the moment, it's restricted only to people whose names I give. I haven't shared this yet, so I need to just look at the settings. What's this? It's supposed to be the same, anyone with a link. So yeah, it's the same as Google Drive. just got to remember, viewers have access to the full notebook chat only. So if you don't want them to be able to change sources and stuff like that, you give them chat only, so they can only ask questions of the data, not actually edit the data. That part I remember. So yeah, the link. We link. Yeah, I'm happy to share this. There's nothing incriminating there, I don't think. I'm assuming that copied the link. I was posted over here. So yeah, if you want to have a look at one in action, this is a good place to start. There you go. Oh, someone else shared theirs. Awesome. Thank you. The name has gone off the screen. Thank you, Jessica. Oh, you were asking for me to share mine and then you shared yours. Beautiful.
From the 5-day challenge, Shay, did you also upload the prompts? Or
No,
just
I didn't upload the
transcript?
prompts. So that's probably
Just
something I should do, so you can ask about the prompts as well. I'll add that. I'll add that after this. I'll go back and download them all and add them to the database, to the notebook. I've got to call it notebook. I really struggle with calling this a notebook because notebook does not correlate to database in my brain. And you can tick the. Is anyone in there at the moment? Because I don't know what it looks like from the other side. Can you tick the sources so that it only uses certain sources?
I think so. I'm in here. Looks great. I was going to ask how to save it, but it looks like on the front page, I've got so many screens up. It looks like your shared versions are at the top. So I'm hoping that they stay and they save there.
That would probably be the same as Google Drive. It does that as well. So they are trying to make it similar to Google Drive.
Okay.
So I would say it would stay there. If not, there'll probably be a button that says shared notebooks, and it'll show you all the ones that have been shared with you. I can't imagine they'll make it too different because I think they're trying to make it uniform. So if you know how to do one thing, you know how to do the other thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it says all, like NotebookLM, and then all with the featured. The recent notebooks are under it. Then it has a featured option and a shared with me option. So those are the 3 tabs at the top.
Cool.
The one thing for you, like, I'm so sorry, I can't remember who the other person's name is that shared, like Patrick Precourts.
That was Jessica.
That opened immediately. Yours has, like, I've requested access, and so you're gonna have to go in there, and I'm assuming grant access.
That's interesting.
I don't know the difference in how she did it different than you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and those must be all the people who've requested. Why isn't it? I said, oh, it's still restricted. I must not have paid press save. It was supposed to be anyone with the link.
This is cool though.
Is it because I restricted chat only? Doesn't seem to be changing anything. Anyone with the link is still, yeah, okay. I mustn't have saved it the first time. Apologies. Should let you in now. Maybe I need to do a different link. Hang on, I'll just make sure it's not the same. If it's a different link or not. Hopefully that one lets you in. Because I don't want people fiddling with the database, so I don't want to let you in with everything.
I think it's only like
that's what it should be. That's what it should be. I don't want you to be able to edit the database because I want specific requirements from this database. Yeah. Add notebook. Because I believe if I give you full access, you can start adding stuff to it, I think. I haven't shared this with anyone and experimented too much, so I don't know for sure. I just didn't want to risk it that people started putting their own data in there and then the stuff that I was looking for gets corrupted by their data, or their data starts bleeding into my questions.
It's not showing your sources. It's just showing a chat box where you can ask
So you
questions.
can't tick them. You can't tick them. Oh, that's annoying.
I can't even see your sources. It's just a chat box.
Just a chat
Well,
box.
you don't want your sources to show, but can you attempt to put in the 5 days, like the transcript from those 5 days? Like that wouldn't give any information away, right?
Yeah, you can put those. I mean, I could put them into another notebook and then reshare, and then it's only the transcripts then and not my extra information. Because the thing you got to watch out for is I've done research and gotten more information about.
Can you
tunnels.
uncheck those boxes on the left side under
I think they'll
your
only
source?
uncheck for me.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, can you only share those 5 checks boxes? Like, can you only leave the transcripts checked and then just share those things?
I believe that will change for me, but not you guys, if I understand how this is sharing. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Hey, Shane, I'm looking at what I think it was Jessica gave us compared to what you gave us. And the one you have, it doesn't have any documents on the side. And then the one that Jessica gave us, it does show the sources. We can check them on and off, but you cannot add anything.
Oh, beautiful. I'll change my link.
So it might be protecting, I don't know if you want to take a look at one of hers, use one of her links and see how it looks on your computer. It looks like though it's protecting the notebook.
Yep.
While sharing it.
Thank you for that. That's much appreciated. Yeah. So I've just changed my link so that you should get the ability to tick things off now. So just refresh the screen, I guess. Should update it. Unless I need to share the link again. Please let me know if I do.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yep, cool. Excellent. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was going to share, so I got a bit scared.
Could you repeat what you were sharing right now?
What this was the lead gen class that Francis did.
No, I mean the settings for the notebook when you shared it.
Oh, when I shared it, yeah. Okay, I'll just show that again. So I went into share, and I'll just go over people's names here. So I went link, anyone with a link, and then full notebook as the viewers can access. So you only get 2 options: view full notebook or chat only. And you only get 2 options here: restrict it to certain people or give it to everyone with the link. Now, what I should note is if you've got Workspace with Google, you might not have the ability to do all the sharing options because they are rolling it out as we speak. So not everyone has got it yet. Don't ask me why, but that's just what they've done. Yeah, see, Jessica? Yeah. So they haven't if you've only got one option, I'm guessing you got a Workspace rather than a Google. A Gmail, I should say, sorry.
So I wonder if you add more sources or on your left side, if we would get it also.
I can't see why not.
I mean, automatically without you having to reshare.
Now I'll add something and you can tell me if there's, just refresh the page and see if I'll see if I've got anything in Google Drive worth sharing. There, that'll do.
While you're doing that, can someone clarify for me? So we can only view, we can't add to Shane's like notebook or sources, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. I was worried about that as well. It's why I put the chat only, but then it was confirmed that you can put full share and it will only share the ability to tick them, not to add to them. Okay, can someone refresh and tell me if they've got the file called 90 in 90 AI?
It showed up, yes.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's brilliant.
Refresh. It just popped right in there.
Just popped straight in.
Just popped in.
I'll get rid of it because that will corrupt the heck out of this database because that has nothing to do with those
Yep,
particular
it's
things.
gone. No, it's gone.
Cool. That's really cool. Oh, well, this share is
Yeah,
even better than I thought. That's awesome. Thank you for helping me find that out. Well, we haven't really explored well, I did one prompt just to see what stuff was. You can do more than just reference stuff. You can do more than just say, where does it say this? I guess that question was saying, how do you do it, didn't we? Where was the question? How to validate. Yeah, we did ask an actual question, and it used the notebook with the transcripts to tell us how to do it according to Francis's transcript. And I believe all the answers are from this transcript. Nothing's come from the other data sources I put in there. Not all transcripts. So my data mustn't have brought up information about how to do that particular thing. So 15, yep, still transcripts. 20, see if that's my information. That's still transcripts. What about 26? Still transcripts. Yeah, so this only got it from what Francis taught in that lesson. So my data mustn't bring in any information about that particular question, which was how do you validate the target market's greatest need? I think mine is more about how to build funnels and stuff is where I got my information from. So mine was more heavily pointing that way, so I could use this notebook for that particular purpose. Oh yeah, the lead gen one's my favorite. Well, lead gen and the really big one that I'm making, which I don't know if I should have split into 2 notebooks, because I am needing to tick and untick things a lot so that it only gets certain information. But the Google Ads guide did start off with only 26 files, but now, yeah, it's up to 37 now. Because I've started putting funnels in there. I've started putting lead magnets. I've started putting anything that Google Ads needs to work with. Oh, yes. I share the chat. Everything that's chatted about during the recording part of this will be shared on the post that has the video. If I remember, I'll put that caveat there just in case I forget. And then someone can remind me and then I'll put it in there. So hopefully that answers your question, Lisa. I've heard about the Chrome extension, but I haven't tried it yet, Jessica. I only read about it this morning. So yeah, that's how new it is to me. But like I'm using the Notebook app. This is not a browser, but you can do it quite happily in the browser as well. It's NotebookLM.google.com. Will take you to the actual app. And then you just log in with whatever Google account you want to log in with. I log in with the one that I've paid for extra storage so that I get all the extra features. But I have many logins for Gmail. I think it's up to 62. Not all mine, but most of them are mine. Does anyone have any questions before I turn the recording off? Is any other feature they'd like to look at? Flashcards, I guess you guys can do that yourselves, because I did try it the other day and it took a while, so I won't try to do it again today. The mind map took a while, but I've got a lot of data in this one, so maybe a smaller notebook will go faster. The video overview is pretty cool. It gives you a presentation. The options are very limited though. Choose the language and put in some notes about what you want it to be. Like you can tell it to be specific. So you don't just press the video and go for hope for the best. If you press the little pen or pencil, you can put things in there like target this area of the knowledge base. Use this specific source more heavily. Stuff like that. So you can still put notes in there like a normal prompt. But if you just press the button, it will go by default. It won't bring this screen up. You got to press the pencil. Yes, mind map's awesome, isn't it, Jessica? Yeah. With my big notebook, the one with lots of sources in it, that mind map was awesome. It really helped me see how everything connected to everything. I'm not sure. I did the flashcards once and I looked at them and went, that's not what I'm after. So I haven't used it since.
So Shane, in the shared link that you sent, on the right-hand side in the studio, there are only 5 options or generated.
Oh, which one's missing?
Audio. I don't know. It's just 5, but we can't create our own.
I can't create my own either. I need to make prompts to do the rest. Except which one you're missing. Are you missing mind map?
I have Sparks to client flywheel, ditch the time clock, hybrid agency.
Oh, they're the things I've made. I get what you mean now. Sorry, my bad. They're things I've made. So you can't make new ones.
We can't generate new ones or our own.
Oh.
So maybe if you generate, but I only have 5. I only have 5.
Yeah, that's weird. I've got a few more than 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 7.
So there might be a limitation there.
Is there any? Is it the audios you're not getting? Because there's 2 of them.
I have
Have you got Rapid AI Lead Funnel Blueprint?
No.
Yep, it's the audios. There you go. It's giving you everything but the audios. Because there's the rest it'd make 5 if you take the audios out. I wonder why that is. Maybe because they're heavier resource wise. Maybe that's why they're not including it. Or maybe it's loading. Maybe it's still uploading on your end. Because I did the long ones, so they're like 40-minute audio files.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing.
I've had it up for a while, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I've refreshed it a couple times.
You think it'd be up by now. I wonder why they don't share the audios. That's a bit odd.
I can get to the audios, I think.
Oh,
you can
play.
Can you see 7 on the right?
Let me see. I think
How many do you have on the right?
I just have 5, but 2 are audios.
Oh, okay. You're missing something else then.
So I have Sparks to client
flywheel. So that's an audio, and ditch to time clock.
Sorry, I'm in the wrong. Okay, yeah, I'm causing the confusion here. I'm in the wrong one. Lead gen.
Oh, okay.
There is only 5. That's why you can only see 5.
Okay.
My bad. Sorry, I didn't realize I was in the wrong notebook.
Okay, so but we can't create our own new ones.
Can't create your own. That's interesting. But you can still do prompts. Hey.
Yeah, we can do prompts.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's really handy. That's good to know that you can't do those things. So if someone needed something like that I was sharing it with, I would need to do it for them.
Right.
Okay. Cool. That's good to know. Not that I can imagine. I'd probably share some of these with my VAs actually once I really get into it. If I find a use for it. Because this would be really good for training, in my opinion. Put all the data about your business, put your SOPs, and then they can ask questions of the SOPs. If it's secure enough. I don't know if I'd want to put SOPs in something on that I'm not 100% sure is secure. But,
yeah, I'm not sure who all has the access to this. Everyone that has a link, I guess.
Yeah, everyone has a link. But what I was more, well, you can put it down to just your
email.
Yeah, by email, by each person's email. So only they can get into it. At least you can on this version. Like someone was saying, they only had one option when they shared it. So I don't know what that option was. Pleasure, Shireen, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah, perfectly.
Oh, cool. I'm hopeless with names, so I always doubt it, what I'm saying.
No, you said it perfectly.
Thanks. Oh, what do we got up here? Another conversation. What am I missing? Okay, Lisa, what does that mean when you do that? The +1 and +2 and stuff. I've never heard of that, so yeah. Lisa's still there?
It just means that you can use the same email, but you can create different versions of it.
Oh,
I'm
for
here if you
example,
can hear me.
Oh, awesome.
I'm here if you can hear me.
Yep, can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, so like, I don't know if anybody uses School, SKOOL. It's totally maddening because people, it's like circle, kind of like, you teach people on that. And so I use the same email +1, same email +2 on different school settings. And that way I know, like, if I'm getting spammed, because it'll come into my email +2, or, so it just keeps everything separate. And it's real easy to just do my email all the time with a +1 or a +2, or,
I've never heard of that. Thank you.
yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. The way
you
of
can
sorting.
do even plus some sort of text also. Like, depends what the school name is. You can put the school name there,
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you know it's coming straight from them. So you can
we've got
filter
we've
spam.
got suggestions for another class. What do we got here? Creating a voice agent. I'll forget it if I don't write it down. Cool.
Thank you, Shane. I gotta go.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Okay, what I'll do is, I can't get back to that screen. And I'll stop sharing, and hopefully you all come back. There you are. There's everyone. I've seen them. Other people have troubles with this, so I know it's not a new thing for Zoom to do that. Does anyone want to go back to that screen? Is there any questions about LM that I might not have answered, or we can ask? There might be people here who know something about LM that I don't know. Everyone's cool. Should I turn the recording off and we can just chit chat? I've got a question from Patricia.
Yeah, you've mentioned, or maybe I'm asking you to repeat about the privacy. I went into NotebookLM and I'm not seeing any privacy settings. So I was just wondering if you had found some somewhere.
All I've been able to find so far is they don't train with the data. I haven't been able to find any information about if it's private, if it's not private, secure is the word I would use more. It's definitely private, but is it secure? If you put something in there, is it easily hacked? Is it easy? Is it in its own special area so no one else can get to it without a lot of effort? Because nothing's impossible to hack.
Yeah.
It's just depending if you know enough or know how to get in. That's all.
Got it. Yeah, I use Otter AI a lot. I work in the financial field, and so Otter has the appropriate, like it's got the appropriate level of security, like based on what the US and international standards are. And so I'm using, but what you're showing me, it makes so much sense to be able to add files other than transcripts, to be able to kind of slice and dice like what's happening with my clients and be able to zoom in and out as I'm coaching people and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can make
yeah,
a notebook just about one client, and then you've got the entire history.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can search for anything. I mean, depends what you're trying to use, because CRMs do that to a degree as well. So it depends what you're trying to do. I wouldn't suggest it if all you're trying to do is keep track of conversations, because that's what CRMs are for. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I find AI a lot of times is helping me with, I'm not like what I call expanded attention. Some people may call ADD. Like it helps me to zoom in and out of information in a way that other people find useful, other than my first methods.
Totally agree.
Thanks.
I think I've said this a couple of times, but when I started this back in February, I thought AI was a toy. I thought it was just a silly toy. And I came along to the summit to see what's all this. Why is there a summit about a toy? And yeah, had my mind blown. And what I've found since is it's just opened up so many avenues to learn things, to like LM, where you can put whole topics into a notebook and then ask it questions as if that's the tutor, as if that's the teacher. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah. Well, I might turn the recording off.